So I finished my last round of increasing. I have 5 popcorn stitches on one petal, so 5 per 6 actually. And as I said before, we want to begin the decreasing part of the motif. So we will work 4 and we will work 2 squares here, open squares, how can I say, 2. So as you can see, 2 spaces, chain 3 spaces, let's say 1 and 2, okay, for this first round of decreasing. So it's better to begin now again, chain 3 plus chain 2. Now skip directly in between the first 2 popcorn stitches and work your first popcorn stitch of this round. 3, 4 and 5. Okay, insert the hook into the first and chain 1 to secure. Now let us work the second popcorn stitch, so chain 2 in between the next 2 popcorn stitches into the chain 2 in between the next 2 popcorn stitches of the previous round. Work your second popcorn stitch, chain 2 in between the next 2. We will work the third one, so into the chain 2 space in between the next 2, work the third, 4 and 5, chain 2, and in between the last 2 popcorn stitches into the chain 2 in between the last 2 popcorn stitches, we want to work the last, because as I said we decrease, so we work only 4 popcorn stitches into this first round of decreasing. Okay, and now we will work a chain of 2 again, so chain 2, and actually into the same chain 2 where you worked the last popcorn stitch, the fourth one in between the last 2 of the previous round, work a double crochet. Okay, and now here over the chain 5 we will work like this, chain 3 and 1, 2 into the third chain of the chain 5, work a double crochet, chain 3 again, and into the double crochet work a double crochet, and that's it. So this is what we have to repeat all around. So as you can see, we obtain these 2 open squares, how can I say, fillet. This is 2, yes, fillet squares. Okay, so I will show you one more time. I have here the double crochet, so I will chain 2 and skip directly in between the first 2 popcorn stitches, so into the chain 2 in between the first 2, and I will work my first popcorn stitch, 4 and 5. Chain 2, then into the next chain 2 in between the 2 popcorn stitches, work the second one, four and 5 double crochets, What have I done? Okay, it happens. Okay, now chain 2 again in between the next two popcorn stitches into the chain 2, work your third popcorn stitch, 3, 4 and 5, and chain 2 in between the last two popcorn stitches, work your fourth, so your last popcorn stitch, 5 double crochets. So keep the loop if you don't want to have the same problem that I had before. Okay, so 4 popcorn stitches. Now just watch. 2, chain 2 again, and into the same chain 2 space where you crochet your last popcorn stitch, your fourth one, work a double crochet. Now from here let's work the 2 fillet squares. So chain 3, yarn over into the third chain of the chain 5, work a double crochet, chain 3 again, and into the double crochet, work a double crochet. Okay, so that's all. Go on repeating the same thing for the next 4 petals. Okay, so here I am. I finished the first round of decreases, so I have 4 popcorn stitches. I thought about, I don't know why, of puff stitches, but they are popcorn stitches. Okay, so as you can see we have these 2 fillet. Now into the very next we will work only 3, and we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 fillet squares, and then we will work 2, and we will have 6 fillet, so 2, 4 and 6, and then into the last, yes, into the last we'll see. Okay, so we will work 3 in between the first and the second, in between the second and the third, and in between the third and the fourth. We will work the 3 popcorns. Chain 3 plus chain 2, so chain 5 again. Insert the hook directly in between the first and the second popcorn and work your first popcorn stitch, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now you know why, you know what, I will work off the camera the 2 more popcorn stitches because this is obvious, just not to waste time with it, and I will show you only this part. So 1 here in between the second and the third you will work the second, and in between the third and the fourth in the chain 2 you will work the third. So here I am, I worked my 3 popcorns as you can see with the chain 2 in between, and now as we did for the first round of decreases we will work a chain 2 and a double crochet into the same chain 2 space where you work your last popcorn. So actually is the third here, okay, the third popcorn here, work another double crochet. And now we will work like this, chain 3, and here where you work the chain 2 and the double crochet of here where you work the last popcorn, chain 2 and double crochet into this chain 2 space, insert the hook and double crochet. Now we have the first fillet square, chain 3 again, and into the chain 3 work a double crochet, and the second fillet square, chain 3 again, and into the second fillet square of the previous round one, work one more double crochet, and now we have 3 fillet squares, and chain 3 again, and into the double crochet, work a double crochet, and now finally we have our 4 fillet squares. Here they are. Okay, now chain 2 and work your 3 popcorns here in between. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so work your 3 popcorns. I will work mine, and I will be back to show you one more time how to create your fillet squares. So I worked my 3 popcorn stitches, as I said, into the second petal. This was the first, this is the second, and now I want to show you, as I said, one more time how to create your 4 fillet squares. So first of all, chain 2 and double crochet as you did here into the first round of decrease, into the same chain 2 where you worked your last popcorn, work a double crochet. Chain 3 for the first fillet square, and into the chain 2 space here in between the popcorn and the double crochet of the previous round, work a double crochet. Chain 3 and into the chain 3 work a double crochet, chain 3 and into the second square here, so chain 3 space, work a double crochet and chain 3, into the double crochet, work a double crochet, and that's it. This is, oops, so 4 fillet squares. Now that's it. This is what you have to repeat 4 more times. Okay, so 3 popcorn, so chain 2 now, chain 2 and then into the, skip directly into the chain 2 in between the first and the second popcorn, work 1, then into the next 2, into the next 3, then chain 2 and double crochet into the same space, then chain 3, work into the chain 2 space, a double crochet, chain 3, work into the chain 3 space, a double crochet, chain 3, work into the next chain 3 space, a double crochet, chain more 3 and into the double crochet, work a double crochet. Okay, this is what you have to repeat for this second round of decreases. So I finished the round with 3 popcorns too, and now we have just 2 more rounds to decrease, and we are ready with the entire motif. So the next round will be with 2 popcorns here, 1 and 2, in between the first and the second. Into the chain 2 we will work the first one, in between the second and the third, into the chain 2 we will work the second one. So let's get started. So we want to begin, so it's here, we want to begin with the same thing, so with the chain of 3 plus 2, so chain 5, like this, and skip directly into the chain 2 in between the first and the second popcorn stitch of the previous row, and work the first popcorn stitch, 4 and 5, and chain 2, and now the second one, oops, and now the second one here in between these 2, 1 and 2, 3, 4, not here, okay, 4 and 5 double crochets for the popcorn stitch. Okay, and now just pay attention, because this is the part which is a little bit, let's say, more difficult. So we had 4 fillet squares, yes, 4 fillet squares here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we will make work 6. Now first of all, chain 2 and into the same chain 2 space where you work the last popcorn stitch, work your double crochet as you did for the rest of your decreasing rounds, sorry. And now let us begin with the fillet squares. So chain 3, insert the hook into the chain 2 in the previous row where you work the chain 2 double crochet into the same space with the last popcorn, and work your first double crochet, so your first fillet square. Now chain 3 again, insert the hook into the first chain 3 space and work your second double crochet for the fillet square, the second fillet square. Now chain 3 again, and to the next chain 3 space work a double crochet, and now we have our 1, 2, 3 fillet squares. Chain 3 again, insert the hook into the chain 3 space, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Again chain 3, insert the hook into the last chain 3 space, work a double crochet. Now we have 5, and for the last one chain 3 and insert the hook into the double crochet. And this is what we have. Now we have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fillet squares, and you have just to continue on like this. Now you will you have the double crochet, you will chain 2, and work your 2 popcorn stitches, then one here, then chain 2 and the double crochet into the same space with the popcorn stitch, and then the fillet as I showed you here. So go on and complete 5 more petals with the same pattern, and I will be back to show you how to work the last round. So I finished the second to last round, and I already worked the first the popcorn stitch for the first petal, because we have only one popcorn stitch to work in between the first and the second of the previous round. And so you begin as usual with the chain 3 plus chain 2, so chain 5, and the popcorn stitch, just one popcorn stitch worked in between the first and the second popcorn stitches of the previous round. And now chain 2 as we did in increasing into all increasing rounds, and double crochet into the same chain 2 space. Now chain 3 and into the chain 2 of the previous round, work a double crochet. Now we'll have 3 squares, fillet squares, and a shell here, 3 double crochets, chain 3 double crochets in the middle, in between the 3 and 3, in between the so we will work how can I explain it to you this? So actually here 1, 2, 3 in this double crochet we need to work half part for the 6 squares, fillet squares. So 1, 2, 3, and here into the double crochet we will work 1, 2, 3, and into the double crochet we will work the shell. Okay, but now first of all we have to work 3 fillet squares too. So the first I just worked it 1 into the chain 3 double crochet, this is the second, into the chain 3 again, and the third into the next chain 3, work the double crochet, and now we have 3. So let me just count into the previous round 1, 2, 3. This is the double crochet where I want to work my shell. So skip directly, yarn over, skip directly into this double crochet, and let's work 1, 2, 3. So 3 double crochets, chain 3. It was 4, I don't know why, so chain 3, and into the same double crochet work again 3 more double crochets for the shell, 2 and 3. Okay, and now we have to create 3 more fillet squares, and we will work like this: yarn over, insert the hook into the chain 3 here, and work the double crochet. Now chain 3, insert the hook into the next chain 3 space, work a double crochet, chain 3, insert the hook into the next chain 3 space, and work a double crochet, chain 3, insert the hook into the double crochet and work a double crochet. And now, as you can see, we still have 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 squares, fillet squares, and we have in between them the shell stitch, the shell, the shell. Okay, so I just want to show you one more time, just to be sure, because let's say it's a little bit tricky. This is a little bit tricky part. This I will work my popcorn, then I will be back to show you the fillet. So I worked my popcorn stitch into the second petal, and now chain 2, first chain 2, and double crochet into the same chain space where you worked your popcorn. And now let us begin with the fillet. So chain 3, and insert the hook into the chain 2 space and work a double crochet. First square made, chain 3, insert the hook into the chain 3 space and work a double crochet. Second fillet square made, chain 3, insert the hook into the chain 3, next chain 3 space and double crochet, and we have 3 fillet squares, and now we have to come from here into the previous round, 1, 2, 3. So yarn over and into this double crochet, work the shell, 1, 2, 3. Now chain 3 and into the same double crochet, work 3 more double crochets, 2 and 3. Okay, and now into the first chain 3 space, work a double crochet, chain 3. Into the next chain 3 space, work a double crochet. Now we have the first square, chain 3. Into the next chain 3 space, work a double crochet. Now we have 2 squares, chain 3, fillet squares, chain 3, and into the double crochet in between the petals, work a double crochet, and now we have our 3 more squares. Okay, so this is what you have to work 4 more times to finish the round and to finish the motif. So I will finish it and I will be back to show you how to join them together. So this is my way of joining them together, but maybe you will find some others. So I finished the motif, and now I have my 3 motifs here, and with 2 of them I want to show you just on one side how to put them together, so how to join them. But actually this kind of pattern, so from my point of view, you have to join them. It's better to join them when you finish all the motifs that you need for the project that you want to make. So actually I want to make some kind of doily or tablecloth, more a doily to put on my table. So I will finish all and I will go on and work join together, because you have to join them like this. So you put them together, you will begin, let's say, here, and you can continue on. Okay, so that's why I said it's better to work all the motifs and then to join them together. Okay, but now I just want to show you how I think. Now insert the hook into the chain 3, 1 chain 3 in between the groups of 3 double crochets, and the next one off, so the both of the motifs that you want to join, and chain 1 and work a single crochet. Now work a single crochet joining together the 3 double crochet. So insert the hook into the first double crochet and into the first of the next motif, and into the second of this and the second of this one, and work single crochets. Now again into this one and into this one, and I have my 3 double crochets worked. Now a little bit of attention. We know that we have 3 squares, fillet squares here, and we have 3 fillet squares here. So this is my first one here and my first one here. I will put them together like this, and I will work around the 2 chains, 2 chain 3, both of them. I will work 4 double crochet, single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I will skip exactly into the next square of the fillet, and I will work the same thing. So both of them, of course, because we are joining. I don't think I have to say it because it's obvious. Now into the next 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can try it working in each of your chain and into the double crochet in between, only with the if you want to work it only with the slip stitch, but I think this method it works, it's nice and it's easy. Okay, now we have the popcorns and the next 3 fillet squares, 1, 2 and 3, and here we have the popcorn. So somewhere where you can work first of the popcorn 1 single crochet, and after the 2 popcorns another 1 single crochet. Okay, like this. And now work the same thing into your next 3 squares, fillet squares. So 4 single crochets, 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now skip into the 2 next the next 2 squares, fillet squares, and work 3 and 4, and into the next 2 fillet squares work 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and now work the 3 double crochets together as we did before, and that's it. So actually it's really easy, as you can see, and it gives a very beautiful joining line 1, and you will work 1 here. You can work 3 if you continue on, but okay. So let's say that, can you see it? It's so beautiful. Okay, now you can, let's say that we want to continue on. That's why I said work all the motifs. Let's say that we want to continue on, so I will go on here and work my next. Oops, sorry, just want to. Okay, so I will continue on here, and I will insert the hook into this one, chain 3, and into this one, and I will work 1 more single crochet and then the double crochet and so on. Okay, just to join this motif too, and then you can put 1 more here and to continue on for the length, and to try to join together as much as you can. First off, cut the yarn and begin with other part. Okay, so this is the idea. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really adore this motif. It's beautiful and I'm so happy I did it. And nothing, I just hope that you understand it, and if you like it, and see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you liked my tutorials, because you will know when I upload new tutorial.